Hi Algebra 1, happy Wednesday. I hope you're getting the hang of all of your classes switching to online learning. Certainly is different. I miss seeing you guys in the classroom and having that everyday interaction. So in today's lesson, we're going to work with reviewing inequalities. The first part, you're going to emphasize your vocabulary and being able to change from phrases to math symbols. And then you'll do a little bit of computational practice. Before I get started on some practice problems, I wanted to show you this little guy here. This is my buddy Tank, who's really squirmy right now, but he is stuck at my side this week, so he's gonna have a really hard time when I go back to regular work, but I won't. I'm ready to be out of this house, as I'm sure many of you are. Okay, so could you grab a sheet of paper, and we're gonna do 2 practice problems together, and then I'll give you the rest of your instructions. Okay, so we're going to solve and graph this inequality. 8x plus 35 is less than or equal to 3x. So I noticed that I have variables on either side, so I want to bring my variables to one side of the inequality. So I'm going to start by subtracting 3x from both sides. A lot of you always like to, what we say, pick on that little guy. So 8x minus 3x is 5x, and then I have plus 35. And I picked this problem because this is one where sometimes you guys get confused. And I think the confusion comes from is some kids don't put a 0 right there. And what they do is they just kind of move the inequality sign, but you couldn't do that. So what you want to do now is bring the constant, the 35, to the opposite side by subtracting 35 from each side, which gives me 5x is less than or equal to negative 35. And I finish it by dividing both sides by 5. Now, that gives me x is something, and negative 35 divided by 5 is negative 7. Now my question to you is it necessary to flip the inequality symbol in this problem? And the answer to that is no. It stays as is because even though there's a negative number in the problem here, we divided by positive 5 on both sides, so the inequality sign does not switch. So all I need to do now is graph my solution set, so sketch a number line. And I am going to put a closed circle on negative 7. Maybe I'll switch my pen here. Do a closed circle on negative 7 because it's equal to. And remember, I'm shading what the variable can be, and I shade to the left because these are where the less than values are. So every single number, negatives, decimals, fractions in this shaded region are solutions to the original inequality. All right, just one more. And then I would think that this is a quick enough review. If not, go back to the folder on inequalities and you'll find more practice problems. Okay, I'm going to start this one by distributing, which gives me negative 6x minus 10 plus 4x is greater than 9 minus x. Now the next thing I do is I look for like terms on one side, and I see that negative 6x plus 4x, they are like, so I just combine them by making that negative 2x minus 10 is greater than 9 minus x. I need to get my constants on the same side and my variables on the same side. So I'm going to add x to both sides, which gives me negative x, or even negative 1x. Some of you like to put the 1 there. Minus 10 is greater than positive 9. I'm going to add 10 to both sides. Gives me negative 1x is greater than 19, and I finish it by dividing both sides by negative 1. Now, this is the scenario that when I divide by a negative, I have to switch the direction of my inequality sign. So I'm going to get x is less than negative 19. So to shade my solution set on the number line, I have negative 20, negative 19, and negative 18. I'm going to have an open circle, and I'm going to shade to the left for the less than values. Remember, when you multiply or divide by a negative, you must flip the direction of your inequality sign. Okay, so let me quickly tell you what you're going to do for the rest of this lesson. All right? First of all, in the discussion right below, I would like to know how you're doing. In other words, what do you think right now of this time at home? Are you loving this time off of school? or I should say regular school, or are you ready to get back to the normal flow of everything? So give me a few comments, few sentences. You can either type it if Schoology will let you upload a video. That's cool too. All right, so as soon as you do that, then I want you to practice your inequality phrases and symbols. I have some flashcards posted on the next page. Then you'll do a Gimkit to practice, prove to me that you know your symbols now. And then there's a quick self-check where you solve, I think it's 3 inequalities for me. All right, and I will provide feedback. If you're stuck at all, please seek one of us out during our office hours. We can email quickly, or if necessary, we'll do a Google Meet, which might be kind of fun anyway to see each other's faces. All right, have a great day, guys.